This is Mark Henry, the world's strongest man, and you're listening to WNS.
You're listening to the official Wrestling News Source podcast. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com or check us out on Facebook by searching WrestlingNewsSource.com or WNS Podcast. You can also find us on YouTube, Twitter, Stitcher, and iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast or WNS Podcast. Now being broadcast in over 45 different countries, here are your hosts, Daniel Herron, Tyler Abear, and Doug.
That's right. What's up, everyone? I am Daniel Herron.
I'm Tyler Abear.
And we welcome you to episode 278 of the official podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. Check us out on Facebook, WrestlingNewsSource.com. You can find us on Facebook, WNS Podcast, on YouTube, WNS Video, and on iTunes, Wrestling News Source Podcast.
Hey, you know what?
What up?
We're on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, and Play.fm. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast to find us.
That's awesome. And we're also on Twitter at WNS Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at WNS_Daniel. You can follow Tyler on Twitter.
Good luck
At Tyler_Abear. So if you happen to be following him, make sure to let him know. Shoot him a tweet.
Yeah, shoot me a tweet.
See how fast he responds.
Yeah, because I'm not logged in anymore.
You gotta get back into it.
I'm just not into Twitter, man.
Yeah?
I'm Facebook all the way.
Not for you?
Not for me.
That's fair. That's a fine critique. Not for everyone. I know.
Go back to MySpace. No.
I was very much against it in the beginning, and then I started getting...
Which is weird because I was all with the stuff like moving with the times. I was with Xango when it came out. Then went to MySpace. Then I'm with Facebook still, and I tried Twitter, but I know it's different in Facebook, but I'm just still not into it.
Oh, it's fine. It is what it is.
Yep.
Like people who are getting into Instagram, like they're saying, like Facebook is starting to become the old person's social media platform. It's like it's all Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and other stuff that I'm not aware of yet because I'm slowly getting older and out of touch.
Well, Snapchat is just, or not Snapchat, Instagram is just, you just post pictures, right? That's all you do, right? You just like, you can't have like a page for a group.
Right. Well, I mean, you can make one, but it would just have
it's
to
like,
have...
there's this page you make, but it is for this group and this is our pictures. But
Yeah.
they can't really post like, hey, here's this, we're going to do this event. There's no event postings.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
just for pictures.
strictly pictures.
So that just like goes along with Facebook because you can tag, you put that stuff onto Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And then Twitter is just, what? Okay. You have your own profile and you can like tweet out stuff. You say something
Status
and
updates.
tag people in it.
If you want. Yeah.
What's the similarities between Twitter and Facebook?
It's just a more condensed version. Whereas Facebook, you can, make a post that is as long as you want. Mm-hmm. Twitter, you're just limited to, I think, like 140 characters. But you can still upload pictures. You can still upload video. You can still do all kinds of stuff. It is, it's a good way to have just quick conversations with people.
Is there a newer social media thing that's trying to come out that people want to be the new thing?
Hell if I know.
I don't know.
I'm not hip.
Tout died.
Yes, it did. I'm not down with it anymore. These kids are
Vine's still alive. Been booming for a while. Snapchat.
Yeah, I think Snapchat is probably the more popular thing going on right now.
I mean, I have one, but I don't post pictures. I just like
Those
the
crazy
people.
kids.
The people that I'm like, following is like family and friends, and then like when they put pictures out there, like I just look at, or I like to
Move it.
do the filter pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yeah, Kelsey's the same way. She downloaded it just because she saw all of her friends posting the pictures with the filters, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I want to check this out." And I was like, "Well, I know I had one for a while because whenever I first started hearing people talk about it, I was like, oh, that'd be a good social media platform for whenever I'm on the radio." Mm-hmm. So I'll download it and check it out, and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I get it. But I just deleted it, and then they started adding the filters and stuff like that. Yeah. I was like, okay, well, it makes it a little more fun. It gives you more stuff to do.
I follow WWE on Snapchat, so it's cool to see. Because really, it's funny because you see a lot of people, and you'll see, like, I don't know if it's someone working for WWE or I guess someone in the crowd. It looks like it's someone in the crowd, but like there's so many times Kevin Owens like walking down. He's like talking to this or whatever. He's like, "Is this funny?" He's like, "I don't even want to be in this town" or something like that. He'll just say something funny. It's pretty cool.
This is my show. This is my social media platform.
Yeah.
So welcome to the show, everyone. No Doug this week as he is out on vacation, out to Disney World.
Yes,
having a good time there.
Yeah. Like you said last week, you won't be able to. It's all like filled up and booked. He wanted to go see if he could see an NXT show.
Unfortunately, everything was sold out. Yeah. We need to talk to him. We need to message him over Facebook and see what we're going to do for Money in the Bank predictions. Because that's going to be next week, and he will not be here next week. So if we're going to continue having our challenge...
Yeah, we'll get with him and see what he wants to put on each match. And,
does he just want to pass the responsibilities off to a guest host? Because we were originally planning on having a guest host this week, but unfortunately something came up and he was unable to make it. So would he just entrust his picks to that person, or does Doug want to make his own?
He would pick his own.
Okay. Well, yeah, you never know.
Never know. We'll see.
He's like, dude, I'm on vacation. I don't want to have to think about that. It's all up on you. So good luck. Insert name here.
Insert name here.
Yeah. So
I was winning, and now I'm in the middle.
Yeah, you're currently in second place, but it's a very tight race.
Yep.
You're 1 point behind me, and Doug is 1 point behind you.
You're on a tight ship, sir.
That's right. We don't mess around here.
Nope. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's going to be a two-man show this week. Nothing wrong with that. Just a pre-heads up, I guess, before we get into Raw. There was a storm last night, and we lost signal during parts of Raw. So unfortunately, you won't get our full thoughts on it, but we do know what happened. So just a little heads up on that. We both got to go see X-Men Apocalypse. It was pretty good. I can see where people are coming from when they give their mixed reactions. There's some people who are saying they liked it. There's some people saying they did not like it. I can see both sides.
What I want to do is go back and watch the first 3 X-Men, and then watch the second set of X-Men movies. And because I feel like the second set of movies are better than the first set. But I still have love for all of them, though. Because okay, here's the thing. In my opinion, they're not going to be as good as Marvel, Disney movies. Period. And people are going to compare it and all that stuff, and like it's just how it's going to be, you know.
Yeah.
They're always going to be like that.
It's
second,
Fox.
Yeah.
Look what they did with Fantastic Four.
And
on several occasions.
Well, okay. I didn't like the Fantastic Four. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was like super awesome.
I didn't think it was great. The second one came out. I didn't think it was that great.
The Silver Surfer.
The newest one came out.
I haven't seen
Fanforstic. It makes the previous two look so much better.
You've seen it.
I've seen it.
Well, wait, what makes what better? Say it again.
It makes the original like that the original Fantastic Four look much better.
I'm interested. You know, there's talks about them doing a second one
that no one has asked
Fantastic Four, yeah.
God, that's bad.
Well, I mean, I'm still interested in like. I feel like in my heart, this X-Men was actually good. I thought it was good.
Yeah, you sit there and it kept me entertained. I enjoyed it, and then I went back and listened to some movie reviews and spoiler talk and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I can see their point, and we won't dive too far into it because there's still some people who might not have been able to see it yet and who want to. But yeah, I can see both sides of the conversation. I can see their points, like the talk about Jennifer Lawrence phoning her performance in. Yeah, I can see that. Her whole character has been mutant and proud, yet you see her in costume, like as Mystique for maybe 4 minutes.
Yeah. Well,
like
okay.
that.
I'm going to talk about a big issue everyone's talking about, okay?
Here's
issue. The big spoiler.
Don't spoil it.
Jubilee wears a yellow jacket. Yes, that's it. That's what everyone's been talking about. That's it. Jubilee, she wears that.
Why do you got to spoil the stuff, man?
Sorry. She wore the jacket. That's it.
It's kind of disappointing. I'm disappointed in you, sir. Anyways, so if you've seen X-Men Apocalypse, I know we're a wrestling-based podcast. Some of you are probably going, dude, get on with the show.
We're nerds.
Hey, we like to talk about what we did over the weekend.
There is a connection between comic books and
good
wrestling.
versus evil.
Yes.
Action, excitement.
So we're going to talk about that.
Danger.
All that stuff. And
but just to forewarn, well, not say forewarn, just to let everyone know, if you are in the greater Houston area, we'll do this early in the show before people tune out. If you're going to be in the greater Houston area, Pasadena to be more precise, on Saturday, August 6th, make sure you head out to the Pasadena Convention Center because they're going to have one heck of a day.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Starting at 11 a.m., going all the way until probably 9 or 10 o'clock p.m. It's going to be really fun. There's going to be the Icons of Wrestling and Comic Book Collector Fest. That's going to be taking place 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And what that is they're going to have a bunch of wrestlers come out, meet and greets, autographs, photo ops, all that good stuff. Selling comic books as well, action figures. Tyler's going to have a booth there, so it'll give you a chance to meet him and buy some of his stuff and give him some of your money. And then,
or just come talk, like
talk
comics, wrestling.
Comics and wrestling.
And wrestling.
So that goes on from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Then at 7 o'clock, Tommy Dreamer's House of Hardcore, featuring Booker T's Reality of Wrestling.
House of Hardcore versus Booker T's Reality of Wrestling.
Yeah. So that's really cool. I'm looking forward to it. Tommy Dreamer's going to be there. Carlito, MVP, Mickey James,
Billy
Gunn. The Sandman, Billy Gunn.
One-man gang.
One-man gang of all people is going to be there.
Yeah.
So like I said, if you happen to be in the greater Houston area or within driving distance, or if you want to just make a trek to go see these guys.
Booker T's school will be there, but it's also confirmed Booker T will be there.
Booker T will be there, yeah.
And we never know. His brother may show up too, so we don't know.
You don't know who's going to be there. It's going to be a really cool time. We're going to be out there recording all kinds of audio and checking stuff out.
Which is, this is pretty cool because we know Comic Palooza, which is, what are the dates?
It's not this weekend, but the following, I believe.
Yeah.
June
17th
through the 19th. Yeah.
We go to that. It's a big thing.
It is
big.
It's
like humongous.
Yeah, it is
comic
definitely
book. Con, and there is a wrestling show there, and Doomsday and all that stuff. But the House of Hardcore it's a lower scale, but I mean it's still gonna be good. But it's for us, it's gonna be cool to be part of it because we are part of this situation.
Yeah,
and just I don't know, like it's always cool to go to it, but like it's different for us because we're part of it.
Yeah,
so it's just
come by and check out our booth.
Heck yeah, we're pumped.
Yeah, getting all of our stuff ready. I just got my some audio equipment delivered to my house today, so I'm ready to get home, bust open that box, and test out all the goodies. Looking forward to it. It should be pretty good. Yeah. So like I said, August 6th, Pasadena Convention Center. It's going to be a good time. Hope to see you all out there. I know some of y'all can't make it because, you live in other countries or other states. But if you happen to be in the area, hope to see you. Really good stuff. So let's dive into some feedback. We got Richard giving us a little bit of feedback saying, yes, I'm not trolling and I'm being dead serious here. This version of the brand split means John Cena and Roman Reigns could theoretically be world champions. By the way, I tell every wrestling fan I know about WNS. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And who knows, maybe your dream will come true. Although I don't know, can you see them giving Cena the title one more time to tie up with Ric Flair?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know how long Cena has for wrestling and all that stuff, and he may have a secondary title, but I feel like he's always their go-to guy when they may not have too many. How do I word this? Either they don't have much talent, or they're trying to bring other talent in, and they'll have it on him and have the other talent take it off him.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I could see him having a title. I don't know if they'll give him the title off the bat, but I see him having the title again. And so he hasn't tied Ric Flair?
No, he's at 15.
He's 15.
Flair's at 16, obviously.
Oh, dude, he's gonna tie Ric Flair, if not surpass him. Because how can you not? I mean, there's gonna be guys coming up, and they're gonna have the main title, but how can you not give Cena the title again?
I mean, it's tough because they are issuing in, as cliche as it sounds, they're issuing in the new era. They're trying to get that new wave of guys to be the top guys. And this is sort of, they've kept Cena out of the limelight for a few years now. Mm-hmm. Like, he hasn't main evented Mania the past 3 years, at least.
I mean, Roman's the new Cena.
Yeah, well, absolutely. No doubt. But, I can easily see him giving him the title, tying the record, maybe even surpassing it, make him the 17-time champion. As much as some of the fans and listeners might not want that, you kind of have to say, yeah, they
You
would.
have to expect it because, there's going to be people that they're going to make, but they're always going to trust John Cena. That's the number one guy for years and stuff, and they can always count him with, like, hey, we want this new guy. We're not for sure. Let's put on Cena, and this guy can take it off Cena.
And there was also the debate that if Cena wasn't the champ, then ratings were declining, so that they would put the belt back on him to get a little ratings boost. So I don't know. Will they do that? Possibly. Hell, they broke the Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. I could easily see him.
Never say never now.
Yeah.
With the stuff that's happening these days, stuff with the Undertaker, it brought like the stuff with WWE looking at indie people.
Yeah.
I mean, like Evolve could be another,
developmental.
Developmental. Just all the rumors and all that stuff. Like the people that they bring in and they leave, like Jushin Liger, stuff like that, and just the different things they name drop, just like different things they do these days. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't do it like 2 or 3 years ago. Never say never.
Yeah. I mean, in the past, they would always hint at stuff like, oh, he was huge over in Japan. Oh, he was a star over there. But they would never say he was a huge star in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
IGPW, and then last Raw, Cena dropped Bullet Club.
Yeah, very strange.
Yeah.
Very strange. So with that, let's dive into Raw. We kick things off. We don't even get opening theme song, no prior or anything. We just started.
I didn't make it at the few minutes, but
we kick it off with Ambrose coming out to the ring. Ladders are set up inside, and all of the other competitors are just chilling on ladders. And that's pretty much how it started.
Check me out.
Yeah, so they talk about the upcoming match, hype it, which I dig.
Off the bat, it was a Kevin Owens show, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I'm going to win it. None of y'all. Like, because for a while, he kept on going. No one said anything. Mm-hmm. They're letting him. I'm like, wow, man. It's like, I already knew he's going to be a star from the get-go, but I think it's about to be his time to be champion. I feel like, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I feel it, man.
And the way that they're booking it, like, they've teased people going up the ladder and grabbing the briefcase. He has yet to do that. Like, he
points to it.
Yeah, he pointed to it. He teased it on Raw, but he didn't actually go up the ladder. Like, Ambrose has gone up. Cesaro has gone up. I want to say that there was someone else, but I can't recall off the top of my head. So it's really making me wonder if they are going to pull the trigger for Owens and say, you know what? Let's give him a shot. Let's see what he can do.
Like, you're iffy, or like this could be something. Like,
I think it could be something. I think that they're doing it for a reason, and hopefully it pays off. Because I would really like to see Kevin Owens be the Money in the Bank and then go on to win. I think that'd be really cool. But during the middle of this segment, Jericho's bantering back and forth. He does a throwback to "I'm from Winnipeg, you idiot," and then he's like, "You guys forget I'm the one who created this match." And Cesaro's like, "If you created it, how come you haven't won it yet?" And he goes,
I won one.
Oh yeah, I won.
Which one?
The first one. The first one? Yeah. Sounded a lot like someone that I know who was constantly saying stuff and then backtracking a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Noah does that stuff all the time, man.
No, wasn't talking about Noah.
Yeah, Noah. You know Noah Perryman?
No.
Yeah, everyone.
Not talking about that guy. I'm talking about the guy sitting right across from me.
Oh, you mean, what's his name? Hang on, I know his name.
Tyler Honest Abear?
No. Don't throw me into that, man.
Honest Abear.
Probably Richard Morales.
No, don't
That
think
guy.
it was him.
Oh, okay.
Not the car.
Not the car.
The car.
Rug.
Not a rug. But then we did get a nice surprise from Teddy Long, of all people. He came out and was hoping to get his position back at
That's pretty
SmackDown.
strange, man. It's like,
It was very strange.
I know they're not going to tell you, but it's like he comes out, and then later on, Stephanie comes out like, hey, it's nice to see you, but what are you doing here?
Yeah, how'd you get past
How'd
security?
you pass it? And she played that up all night. Finally
Yeah.
kicked him out. I'm like, that's just weird because he couldn't sneak back there by himself. And like, I mean, I know that they invite him. It's storyline wise, yeah, but it's like that was such a dick move by her. Like when she's like, oh, he's about to do the bouncing, and it's like, yeah, don't play his music.
Don't play his music. I don't want to see him dance. I'll dance. Play his music for me.
Yeah, I'm like, come on now. I mean, okay, well, I'll dance.
Yeah.
Too.
Dancing time. Holla holla.
Holla holla.
So very interesting. And he was kind of rambling a bit.
Yes.
It's like, we're gonna do fatal 4-ways and six person Iron Man elimination tag match players.
And then since he didn't make sense or whatever, she was like making fun of him too. It's like, yeah, you don't make sense. You're just rambling and stuff. I'm like,
You've kind of lost it there. Lost your mind.
yeah, well, he did look like a skeleton in a suit.
That's just mean. Don't be picking on someone like that. What's wrong with you?
Sorry.
I want you to make a public apology to Theodore Long right now.
Theodore Long, I'm sorry, playa. Holla holla.
As he dances. Wow. It's so heartfelt. It's messed up. So after that, we got to see Cesaro going up against Chris Jericho. One-on-one action. Any thoughts on this matchup?
Chris Jericho and Cesaro. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting that they did.
The superplex that he did. It was impressive.
Well, anything that Cesaro does is impressive.
Yeah?
But,
Even whenever he stands there and...
yep, he does. That's very impressive.
No.
And also when he does the swing for
I always thought it was
100 times.
I always thought it was very European, but what do I know?
Yep. He's very European.
Yeah.
No, it was a fun match. I can't think of anything else to say about it, but it was fine.
How about the fact that Cesaro defeated Chris Jericho via submission?
What do you put him in?
Sharpshooter.
Dude, where was I?
Just sitting
I was
3 feet away from me.
probably got distracted.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. The fact that he beat Chris Jericho via submission. It's really
Yeah, because Cesaro doesn't really
really
do
good rub.
submissions.
I like it.
I mean, he
Dig it.
does that. He does it. He does the Tyson Kidd.
You were
thing.
sitting right next to me because I was like, that's a tap ref. And you're like, yeah, it is.
Oh, now I remember.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
Because he tapped when he got in it. Dude, I don't even know where I came from, okay? Leave me alone. How did I get in this room?
How did you find your way here?
I don't know. GPS.
Tyler, how'd you get here? How'd you get past security?
GPS.
Just as bad as Teddy Long.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, and I am a skeleton in a suit.
You're not even wearing a suit.
Oh, sorry.
After that, we got to see a Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns video package. Very good work, as always, by the WWE crew. A lot of the footage that was used was in the Seth Rollins 24/7 video special, where it showed him going to WrestleMania, not wanting to be there, or trying to rehab to get back. He never lost the title. Here's how he won the title and all that. So, again, if you haven't seen that, definitely go and check it out. It's very good. After that, we got to see Rousseff with Titus O'Neil on
Looking
special
good.
commentary. Yeah, dude, he just slimmed down and trimmed up, and dude's looking jacked.
Yes, he is.
Like,
Would you say that Rusev looks hotter than Lana?
No. Dude's attractive guy.
Yeah.
But Lana's still
Yeah, that's true.
fine female.
Fine females.
Yeah, she's a very attractive woman. Gotta be careful of how I word that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So Rusev goes up. Hey, guess who his opponent is? Someone he's never faced before for the title of America and all things American. How about the all-American Jack Swagger?
Woo, we the people.
And this is one of those things where it's like, okay, it's Oklahoma. That's his home state. So he's got to do the job. Because WWE has a habit of doing that.
Yeah.
With the exception of a few. It's like, okay, if you're wrestling in your hometown or home state, you're pretty much going out there just to lose.
Yeah.
So, get heat.
He's not on TV that much.
Hardly at all.
But I bet he does like a lot of like house shows.
I'm sure he does, and I'm sure he wrestles Rousseff a lot, and he probably loses to Rousseff a lot.
And like I said to you at your house, I'm surprised that they didn't release him. You know, we don't want to see anyone released, you know, but that's just part of the process to get newer people in. And
and unfortunately, it's just it's part of the business. In order to make room for new stars, you got to get rid of some of the old ones, and it's a fact of life. Unfortunately. You never want to see it happen. I certainly don't. But it just happens. And Jack Swagger managed to stay employed by the WWE.
Dodged a bullet.
Dodged the bullet. That's right.
Club.
Did it for... No. Nope.
What?
Nope.
No what?
But this matchup, it was fairly short. Nothing really to take away from it. Rousseff defeated Jack Swagger after he threw Jack Swagger into Titus O'Neil, who was on commentary, and won via countouts. So... interesting way to win. And then after the matchup,
Titus got in the ring and did lead the people with
well, they ganged up on Rousseff is what they did. They ganged up on a champion.
Gangbang.
No gangbanging. None of that.
What?
They didn't gangbang him. They ganged up and fought him.
Yeah. That's what I said.
I don't think so. So anyways.
My bad.
After that, we got to see John Cena come out. I'll be honest, I thought they were going to hold on to this for the
end.
Top of the third hour, where he comes out and talks. But I guess they set it up for later because it was the main event with the club and all that. So it's like, you don't want to oversaturate. You don't want to have them come out top of the hour and then close the hour. So start of hour 2, we got to see John Cena come out.
AJ, like his talking is not a strong point. But because I felt Cena owned him.
Oh, sure.
When he came to all this stuff, but just the interaction between them, I mean, it's still
you can see the chemistry.
Yeah, I mean, it's still electrifying because no one thought they would see this. You know, no one thought AJ would be in WWE.
And the fact that the crowd is so hot for it makes me so happy.
Hey, they're still pumped for. I mean, a lot of people don't like Cena, but the last 2 weeks,
they managed to find a way to
they are. Everyone is behind Cena. I mean, they still like AJ.
Well, okay, yeah. So last week the crowd was split, say 50-50.
Yeah.
This week it was split 50-50, but by the end of the show it was more of a 80-20 in favor of Cena because he was the good guy coming to make the save. I mean, it doesn't matter if you hate Cena or not. You have to admit, whenever he came out, the crowd gave him a majority positive reaction.
Yeah.
At the end of Raw, so I'm glad to see that the crowd is so hot because I'll be honest, this crowd sucked. Nothing against the individuals who were there. I'm saying you as a person, you suck, but like the energy wasn't there for most of this Raw, and partly the WWE is to blame because they didn't give them very much to get hyped for. It was a lot of talking, a lot of video packages. It was, some of the wrestling.
Let's go back in time and see
stale.
what happened.
No,
you said video packages and like stuff that happened in the last few weeks.
Well, like even the Rollins and Roman video package. Like, don't get me wrong, it was very well done. It was very, very well produced. But these people paid their hard-earned money to watch people wrestle, not watch a video package. Like if I were in that crowd, I'd be like, dude, what the hell? Give me a match. Don't give me Rusev versus Jack Swagger for the 18th time. Give me something fresh. Give me something new. Give me something exciting. Like, what was it? Whenever we went to Raw for the 20th anniversary, we got to see Caitlyn win the Divas Championship. Whenever I went to Dallas later on that year, I got to see that amazing John Cena CM Punk match before WrestleMania. Like, holy crap, dude, give me something. Give me some of that. But whenever you're doing video packages, which, I get it, it's adding to the story.
Your TV cut off during a certain time, but I wonder how I know I'm skipping, I'm just going to say it, but we don't have to go to it. The Del Rio Sami Zayn match was, because that's a fresh matchup.
Yeah. And that's something that we missed, unfortunately. Yes. So maybe that's where it was.
Satellite, what do you have? What is it?
I have DirecTV, but we got hit.
Pretty hard.
That's one of the first times it's ever gone out since we've lived there.
Really?
Yeah. It takes a lot for our signal to go out, I've noticed. And so it went out shortly after the John Cena and AJ Styles segment. They're going back and forth, and I dug it. I liked it.
New Day comes out.
Yeah, the club is looking to beat down John Cena, but the New Day come out and make the save.
What he said, I don't know what he said, but he dropped Bullet Club.
Yeah, he was like, "You're hanging out with these two." Yeah,
the Bullet Club.
Yeah. So really interesting to see.
See, you can't say Bullet Club.
And this was this was whenever we lost signal because the Vaudevillains took on Enzo and Cass. Didn't get to see that, unfortunately. But apparently the match ended in a disqualification. Big Cass had one of the Vaudevillains in the corner and was kicking him or hitting him, and the ref was like, "Hey, you got to get him out of the corner. Got to get him out of the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ring the bell." So caused a disqualification. Vaudevillains pick up the win. So fortunately, we did not get to see that. There was also apparently a segment between Teddy and Stephanie backstage where he tried to get her to book a fatal 4-way tag match for Money in the Bank, and she took that idea and ran with it and claimed it as her own. So it looks like we're going to see that at Money in the Bank, a fatal 4-way tag match for the tag team championships. New Day, Vaudevillains, Enzo and Cass, and Gallows and Anderson.
Das Club.
Yes, Das Club. After that, there was Alberto Del Rio going up against Sami Zayn. Again, we missed that, unfortunately. And who knows, maybe it was very exciting and very entertaining, but we were unable to catch it. But Del Rio gets the win. So
it's so cool because, I feel like Sami Zayn's like a big player on Raw. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He has that feel to him, and it's cool to all those people that are in the Money in the Bank are like the big players.
They're top choices. And that's one of the things that I like about it is that they're not in the main event picture, but these are main event caliber guys.
Yeah.
And I keep thinking about it, and I never bring it up on the podcast. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the story for Sami Zayn goes, because we know the history of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I feel like this is one of those feuds that could last for years. In a good way.
Because they didn't end it. They just, something came up.
Yeah, they got sidetracked, and certainly they'll go their separate ways and do certain things.
The disgust for each other is there still.
Yeah, of course. But I feel like if Sami Zayn ever gets one of the minor titles, Owens is going to be right there to challenge him for it. No, you don't deserve that.
Yeah.
That's my title. I want that.
Mine?
Yeah. And then if the day ever comes where Sami Zayn, the ultimate underdog, defies the odds and wins the championship, Kevin Owens is going to be right there behind him going, no, that ain't going to happen. So I feel like this is something that, because these kind of careers, they can last for a long time. So I feel like that would be something to long-term booking to look
crazy?
forward
It's
to.
like, you make friends when you first start out in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
You go out through indies and stuff with each other, and then y'all finally make it to WWE, and they heard about y'all's friendship/feud stuff, and hey, let's have that. So you're all the way from
give us the best of what you got
from the beginning to even to the professionals. We want you, we want it. Let's have this.
Mm-hmm.
It's really pretty cool.
Yeah, and heck, if Kevin Owens ends up winning Money in the Bank, cashes in, and becomes champion, who could be the person to dethrone him from that title? Sami Zayn,
Yeah.
I mean, it's stuff like that. It's simplistic. It's easy to book. You can easily do it and then have them go their separate ways. Hell, you can team them up and have one of them turn face. You could have Kevin Owens turn face, and they team up together because their history. So they team up for a couple of years, and then he turns heel again. And oh God, we should have seen this coming. He's done this before. Why did Sami Zayn trust him again? It's just it's simplicity at its finest, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
After that, we got another Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins video package. Good stuff again. So not too shabby. Following that, we got to see Dean Ambrose going up against Kevin Owens. Anything to remember from this matchup? Not really.
Why can I remember?
I don't know. The finish kind of came very quickly. Dean Ambrose ended up getting the victory with the dirty deeds, and I like that. I like the fact that he hit the finisher. That's it. Match is over.
Yeah.
Good. I'm tired of people kicking out of the finishers. So what's the point of calling it a finisher? And I don't know if you've heard or not, but the Jake the Snake Roberts documentary, The Resurrection of Jake the Snake Roberts,
It's out.
it's out on Netflix. I started watching it. Really good stuff.
Yeah, I'll get with you. See if we can watch it.
Yeah,
together.
it's like an hour and a half or something like that. But from what I've seen so far, I haven't gotten to finish it, but it's very good. Worth checking out. And the only reason I thought of that is because Ambrose hit the DDT for the win. After that, we got to see a segment between Charlotte, Dana Brooke, Natalya, and Becky Lynch. Basically, Natalya and Becky Lynch saying, "Hey, you can't trust Charlotte. You know what she's done in the past, so come over to our side."
And she looked like she was, I don't know what to do.
What do I do? Who do I trust? Oh, I'm gonna walk over here and I'm gonna hit Natalya. And
That looked like, okay, hey. She's like close to him, and she's looking like, "Hey, is this what I'm supposed to do? Hang on. I was like, okay, let me hit him.
ah,
Gotcha."
yeah, it seems so half-hearted, the attack. She even was like, "Hang on, let me take my shoes off before we can
Well,
continue."
the heels, they got those heels.
Heels
off.
wearing heels. That's right. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
But really nothing to take away from it. After that, I know you're excited. Doug, if you were here, would not be excited. Brie Xango in the building, coming out with their matching attire. Bless you.
Thank you.
With their fused theme song. Brie Xango.
I know. I dig them. I really do, and I know they're gonna be like a jobber team, like I said last week. But even like the promo of like him, like Tyler Shaven, and like Fandango's back, and then he says, "I'm Arrow what? Arrow Gigantic or something."
Oh yeah,
Something like that. Something just didn't make up because like them talking, how they say all this stuff is exactly like Zoolander.
Mm-hmm.
And I dig that, and they're cocky and stuff, and if they
It's
can just, like,
enjoyable.
to me, it's enjoyable. And don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted. I like Goldust. I like R-Truth. I'm not digging their team as much together, but I am not shitting on them because I like them.
Ditto that for me.
But I like Brie Xango, and knowing WWE, they're just gonna like trash them. They're gonna break up eventually, and it sucks because I feel like it fits with their characters.
Yeah,
They
it really
fit
does.
together. Finally, they have a tag team.
You
that
got the
fits together.
professional model teaming up with a professional dancer who are all about their looks.
If Vaudevillains is gonna work on the main roster, why won't you let them model stuff? Like, their stuff, like let them go and let them be like a contender, like be cocky and stuff. Like look at us. Or, oh, hey, guess what? We were just in Paris the other day and we did this model. Let's just do something like.
I mean, hell, I'm
better than you.
They're still hyping the Stars of the Caribbean. They've had one match.
They weren't on SmackDown for anything.
Not that I'm aware of.
Thought they were one time.
They might have been.
I don't know.
They've had, maybe we'll give them 2 matches. Holding their fake flowers.
Because no one was, that first match on Raw, it was quiet with them.
Yeah.
Like no one.
It was bad. It was bad.
But no, like I'm totally into Brie Xango. They did a smart thing. Thing. I sound like country. Thing. I can't talk. I got a country accent sometimes.
Yeehaw.
But I'm not country.
I know y'all come
country
on
twang.
down to
That's
Texas.
it. Yeah, I live here, and I'm not country, but I have the twang. Well, I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, they hopped out of the ring because I think was it last week they got beat, and they had like their heads down walking out. They hopped out of the ring. That we'll get you.
Yeah.
But no, I'm totally digging them.
Yeah, and this match was Tyler Breeze going up against R-Truth. The match ends in a no contest after Fandango and Goldust start brawling and ends up in the ring. So the match, the ref is just like, screw it, call for the bell.
Because I think it was just everything. I like their entrance. I like their music. I like how they're doing the selfie cam. Even Fandango's in the back, like getting in on it and stuff. And it's like,
and it works.
I feel like
it works.
They could be a good tag team if they just let them go and just
give them a chance.
Give them a chance.
Don't worry about that heat from the past. Just give them a chance.
Come on,
All
please,
we
please,
are saying
please.
Is give them a chance. But then Teddy Long comes out, says, well, hold up a minute, players. If this were SmackDown, we're going to be restarting this matchup, and we're going to have ourselves a tag team match. Holla.
Holla, holla.
Holla. And Stephanie comes out and is like, no. Well, actually, security came out and escorted him. And then she's like, listen, you don't work here.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Get out of here.
I don't know how the fuck you got in here, but you need to get your ass out now.
Yeah.
Bitch.
The security guards by the door, they didn't do anything. They
What
just
he
sitting
should have
there.
done is hey, don't touch me. He's walking. He should have done like the.
Well, if you notice, he looked back like he was going to, but then he was like, screw it. It's not worth my time. So
That's how he walks in real life. He does the little, his hands on the
dance.
side dance.
Yeah. So that takes us into the main event of Raw. New Day going up against the Club. Before this match even gets underway, the brawl breaks out. Xavier Woods takes a Styles Clash on the outside, and they go to commercial. They come back, and we have ourselves a 2-on-3 match. Players. So
because they're setting up what the fans are already chanting this, and we know that Cena's going to come out.
yeah, absolutely. Which I'm kind of shocked that he didn't to begin with, because it's like, oh, well, y'all only have 2 members. Y'all need a third if you want to have this match.
We know that you're not part of Hair Club for Men.
That's right. So many bald people.
Hey, Vegeta.
Look at all the bald people. The tall one, the 2 small ones, and Vegeta, look, it's a Pokemon. Or I'm sorry, that was the small one, the 2 tall ones. There we go. So it was New Day, 2-on-3 against the Club. Any thoughts on this particular matchup?
I'm really short on everything.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
The memory goes.
I feel like it does at times.
You're getting older, man. Getting older.
No, I don't know.
Yep. It happens.
I am not on my game this week.
It was the rain.
It was probably last week and this week. I'm not on my game.
Here comes the rain. Do, 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 do. So after that, the Club end up getting the win. John Cena comes out, makes a save. Fans go home happy. The end. Yay. Do, 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 do. So that pretty much does it for Raw. But now, Mr. Abear himself.
Yeah, me not
by
being
himself, because I didn't get to catch it.
Yeah.
I'm still a few weeks behind.
I am not going to be
We'll
on my
talk
game
about
on this, but
Lucha Underground a little
it's
bit.
going to be short.
Lucha.
I have not been watching Lucha because I don't have cable, and I try to go to my parents to have that. They have the I forgot, on demand, and that hasn't been caught up. They'll have like a few episodes behind. But I found it on YouTube, which is weird. You can watch on YouTube. Lucha, it looks legit. Lucha Underground has their own.
Huh.
It
So
could be someone fake. It could be
Oh,
someone
yeah.
fake. I could be wrong, but it was the whole show on there.
Huh.
So
That's cool.
first match was Son of Havoc versus Daga. A lot of things have happened. They lost their titles. Son of Havoc, because Angelico got hurt in the trios tournament, and then that's when Rey Mysterio, Azteca Jr., Dragon Azteca Jr., and
Prince
Puma have the titles. But
Puma.
I don't know if it was
Puma
last
pants.
week or the week before, they lost the titles.
Mm-hmm.
You know about that too?
Yeah.
Mundo, PJ Black, and Jack Evans.
Yeah. Spoilers? Jeez.
Hey, man, that's not spoilers. That's like 2
Spoilers.
or 3 episodes ago.
Well, I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, I spoiled you.
Jeez.
Spoiled your face.
No, Facebook spoiled it for me.
But they're Matt Stryker and Vampiro are talking like, hey, Son of Havoc's on his game. He doesn't have to worry about, being in a trios and stuff. He's getting back to being a singles competitor, and he versus Daga, which was actually a good match. They're both high flyers and stuff. And who got the win? Son of Havoc got the win. But Cobra Moon came out. I don't know if you remember Cobra Moon, the other girl.
Yeah.
So she's doing this thing with Daga where she comes up.
She's hitting on him.
Yeah. Well, she didn't ruin the match or anything.
She
involved
wants
with
the
it.
D.
Yeah, she did because
Followed
she
by the
got on her
AGA.
knees and her head was by his crotch.
Yeah, it was.
It was. And I don't know what the heck they were trying to show or whatever, but Daga grabs her by the hair and was
rams it. Yeah,
no, he does not
do it.
shove her head in his crotch, but pulls her away, like bitch, get away from me. Whoa, man, you don't need to be hair pulling like that chick.
But then she likes it.
Yes, she does. And
Yes,
she gets
she
by his
does.
crotch again.
Yeah.
And he's freaked out, so he backs away, man. And I'm like, whoa, but I mean, I think there's going to be some X-rated stuff going on. That's going to happen.
Stuff that we're never going to see.
We're never going to see. Maybe
That never happened to begin with.
cut.
It's all implied.
Director's cut.
Yeah.
But yeah, Son of Havoc wins, and then
Hey, she knows what she likes.
yeah, they show some hang on. They show different video packages of stuff that's happened in the past. Like I said about the titles. What else they show? Oh yeah, Cage. They showed Cage. Got what was it? I think like Chavo won one of the little stones, and he had a chance to fight for the.
Cage won it, and Chavo stole it.
Yes, Chavo stole it and stuff, but. What was it? Chavo, I mean, he got back, or he got the title from Chavo, right? I don't know. He became the, what's that title?
Gift of the Gods.
Yeah. So
Chavo?
he challenged, am I jumping ahead?
Probably.
Yes, I am.
Shame.
I'm sorry. I've told you I'm not on my game today. Okay. No, the second match was Rey Mysterio, Dragon Azteca Jr., and Prince Puma versus Jack Evans, PJ Black,
Puma
and Johnny Mundo, which this was actually a pretty good match. Just a lot of high flyers and stuff just going at it, and bad guys being bad guys, and Johnny Mundo, I forgot, he did something to Puma when the ref's back was away, but then Puma was just so pissed, he straight up in front of the referee kicked Mundo in the nuts.
Nice.
And, because Rey Mysterio was trying to stop him. It's like, hey, I know what you're going to do. I know what he just did to you. Mm-hmm. You don't need to do this. And
You're better than
he
that.
didn't give a fuck because he
Heel
kicked him
turn.
right in the nuts. And then when Mundo, kind of got, up on his, knees and stuff like that, and he was going to super kick him. Mm-hmm. He moved out of the way, and he, super kicked that the girl that was with Johnny Mundo right in the face.
That sucks.
Which was weird because after they did that, Mundo didn't get super pissed and get up and try to beat him. He just looked at him what'd you do?
Yeah.
Why
would you do that?
You would be pissed. You just kicked my girl in the face. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Super kick the highlights out of her hair.
So, PJ Black, Johnny Mundo, and Jack Evans retain the titles.
Nice. Hey, while we're on the topic of Prince Puma, aka Ricochet, sorry people, it happens. Did you happen to see the match with King Ricochet
and Will Ospreay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see
no,
that?
I didn't see the match. I saw highlights.
Yeah.
All the crazy stuff they were doing.
All the GIFs and 10-second clips of them flipping through the air.
Yeah.
That's causing a lot of waves going on. People going this isn't what wrestling is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be just acrobatics and stuff. But if you go back, the reason I'm asking you is because there's a 20-minute match added to that 10-second clip.
Yeah.
So
they do stuff like that. I mean, Puma did stuff like that, but it wasn't insane like that.
Well, it wasn't. But it wasn't the question I was getting to. I was asking if you saw the whole match.
I didn't see the whole match. I saw a good bit.
Yeah.
But people have to realize there is a lot of stuff that makes up wrestling.
Yes.
It's not just one set of moves or this set of style. There's the brawlers, there's the high flyers, there's the hardcore brawler people, there's the big people who just do power moves.
Yeah.
The people who do spots.
Yeah, it's a spot fest.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people out there. I've seen people I hate Spot Fest. Mm-hmm. Hey, I like Spot Fest.
It's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone, man. To be honest with you, I enjoy everything. I enjoy stuff from Spot Fest to people like brawlers doing holds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like submissions. I like everything.
Yeah. There's so many different aspects to wrestling.
Now, I remember a match it was a house show, WWE, a long time ago. It was Matt Hardy versus MVP. It was a house show, and they were doing rest holds the whole time.
Yeah.
Now, that was bad.
Yeah.
But, because that's all they did. But no, it's not for everyone. People are going to blah, 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 and I know I'm getting into something else right now in the middle of Underground, but I listened to a video with Jim Cornette.
With him yelling about that?
With stuff like that, because he was talking about the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Joey Ryan, and stuff like that.
Everybody.
He hates him. Colt Cabana. He goes, all those guys do stupid shit. do like wrestling's not supposed to be being funny, and they're just making fun of it, and all they're doing is do stupid stuff.
Lord.
Even Joey Ryan is doing dick stuff and dick grabs and dick throws, and like, come on, he found something. I mean, Joey Ryan's, I like him wrestling.
Yeah.
He found something that's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
He's that sleazy guy. He's like the porn star guy. It's hilarious, and like just go with it. And then he dissed Grizzly Redwood. I don't know if y'all remember Grizzly Redwood. He's part of ROH. He doesn't wrestle anymore, not to my knowledge. But he was defending those guys and stuff like that. And then he goes, I liked Grizzly Redwood. I worked with him when he was in ROH. But you know what? You know what pissed me off about Grizzly Redwood? He was the smallest guy, and his character was the smallest lumberjack. And, I didn't really want to put him in the ring. And all these guys wanted to work with him. And I was like, why the fuck you want to work with this guy? And just on. And just, it's just.
Don't listen to Jim Cornette, because it is. I've listened to probably 30 minutes of him talking about, like, bantering and ranting on about something. Not once have I heard him be complimentary. It seems to be all negative. Oh, this isn't how the business is run. Oh, it's all shit. Oh, how can anyone like this? This isn't wrestling. Dude, you got to think back. The 90s, during the Monday Night Wars, there was wrestling for everyone. There was the cruiserweights for those who liked it. The WCW had it. It carried over into WWE. Go back to not WCW, ECW, the high flying and violence and all that. Like, you're not going to see that anywhere else, and that's okay, because certain people like certain things. So, shut up.
Yeah, it was like one more thing I should add. He was like, if they did that back in the day, all the older guys in the locker room would break their fucking legs. Mm-hmm. Like, really, you're a tough man going to say that shit.
Well, then they weren't trained very well enough.
Yeah, like. He wouldn't drop it. He wouldn't say a name. He goes, I know someone who's still in the business. He's kind of an older timer, but he said to me that if they were doing that back in the day, we would break his damn legs. Like, really? Like, you're going to be proud of that? Say that shit?
Yeah.
Like, you're really going to be that way?
Yep.
You're a horrible person. But sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyways, I just wanted to see if you heard any.
I want to watch the whole match.
And all that.
I want to.
From what I've seen, it's a spot fest a little bit, and since they're in Japan, they can get away with speaking a little bit louder. So there are certain parts where it's like, you got me? Yeah, I got you. Pull my tights.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? Pull my tights. It's like, you can clearly hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
They're calling the spots, but it's still an enjoyable match.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, very well displayed athleticism.
Last match was Matanza, Cueto, versus Cage.
He's not a man. He's a machine.
Yes. And, they built Cage like that. He's the machine and stuff. And they went head to head. You know how, like, Matanza, like, always, like, dominates people and stuff?
Yeah.
Like, can't get him down. Cage actually got him down.
Yeah.
And there's this one crazy spot. I'm surprised they did it. It was like, okay. What was it? One of them, how did it start? I think it either started either way, but let's go with this way. Cage did a German suplex to Matanza. He flipped out of it, got up automatically. Then he grabbed Cage, and he did the same thing to him, and Cage was bulking up like, ah! And it kept on doing that 3 or 4 times.
Nice.
Until Matanza did that, or no, he did a variation of a German suplex, and that put Cage down. Not for the win, but for that moment.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. But he didn't match him, like, in strength, because usually I think another person who matched him in strength and, like, showman-wise on the show was
No Muertes.
No Muertes.
Yeah.
But ultimately, Matanza wins, and that's it.
Yeah.
One thing I want to add, not for that show, like, I know we talked about this last week and stuff, and I want to get back to, I'm going to focus on doing, Lucha, and I know times are tough, and, like, for us, we have different things going on, but, like, I'm going to try to give TNA a shot.
Yeah.
So I talk about it. I know you laugh at that too.
No, I'm laughing because I was going to transition from Lucha into TNA.
But, things come up, and there's other podcasts, I'll give it to them. There's some people who like fault everything, you know, and I give them props, you know, and like I know we work, you know.
Congratulations, you have the time to go and watch all of that.
And I'm not trying to make excuses. That's going to come with it. And I know we've been, you know, just been like a Raw and pay-per-view podcast, and we've done like, you know, Lucha Underground for a while and just thrown other stuff in there.
Total
and we
Divas,
just did, Total Divas. We did crazy stuff, you know. We just did like crazy segments, you know, and. There's going to be some episodes it's not going to be like action packed and full of content as other ones, you know, but you know, I still feel like we're entertaining, but you know, I want to bring more to it. And there's sometimes things come up in life and
responsibilities and adult life.
And like I said, that sounds like excuses.
Married life.
Yeah, that too.
Some of our listeners
but, you know,
understand.
I'm glad that, you know, people have been, you know, listening to us and sticking out. Because there's some, and I'm not trying to down us, there's sometimes I feel like, oh man, I wish I could have, you know, watched this and get, you know, this.
Yeah.
And it happens.
You only have so much time. I mean, you get into a routine and it's just like, all right, I can watch this and I can watch this and that's going to be it.
And, you know, and also it comes down to the point where, like, I don't have cable. You know, I'm going to be moving in a little while and hopefully I can get something going on where I can, like, maybe have a DVR thing and, like, throughout the week and just, hey, you record these shows and if I have, like, a few hours, I can knock it out and I'll have it. It'll be great, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I want to say.
So,
TNA.
So we go from Lucha Underground with something that people have been comparing as an attempt to knock off Lucha Underground, and that is Brother Nero.
It's over, Brother Nero.
Isn't that what you said?
Isn't that what you said, Matt?
My God. Look. I saw a picture of what Matt Hardy has done to himself.
It looks like Cruella de Vil.
He looks like he's trying to be Beethoven. It's just, my God. Okay.
Go ahead.
You know how something is so bad that it's good?
Yes.
This was so god-awful that it's become campy to me. It's cheesy. It makes me laugh, but for the wrong reasons. Like, this is... Okay, let me backtrack a little bit. I have not watched TNA in months. Okay, so I don't know if this is just part of his character, if he's supposed to be sort of goofy and outrageous, like over-animated.
Like, yeah, you know, he talks like weird, you know, he's like, you know, kind of, you know, I am like a legend, a prophet, you know, sort of like that, and he's kind of gone crazy with the feud with his brother.
So he's kind of lost his mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can get that.
He's lost his mind because he lost all his Dalmatians.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. He was wanting to make a fur coat out of dog, and all the dogs are gone.
Yeah.
And all he has left is Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
So, okay, when was the last time you watched TNA?
Like a full show?
Just any, with the exception of this clip. Because I assume
it's been a few weeks because sometimes I'll check in with a certain video. Like on YouTube, I'll go back and...
Okay, so I assume that the reason why you brought up TNA is just to talk about this segment. Or did you actually watch the whole show and wanted to actually cover it?
Well, I just... My point was I wanted to start watching
in the future. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you say you've watched a little bit of TNA Impact in the past few weeks. How was the production value? How was the camera angles, the audio quality? Or do you not pick up on that?
I don't really focus on that, to be honest with you.
As someone who works in radio, where audio is everything, and it has to sound a particular way, it needs to look a certain way, it's all about, you know, perception. This was fucking terrible. It was awful. Whoever the fuck shot this, and I watched the director's cut. I gave up 5 minutes and however many seconds, I want to say 43 seconds. I gave up my time to watch this, and holy shit, high schoolers could have done a better job of putting this video together. The audio was terrible. The video quality was awful. I did chuckle a little bit at the gardener. That's on the director's cut only.
Everything, like all that you saw was the point.
That's what I'm wondering. Was it meant to be so incredibly bad that it gets people talking in an attempt to tune in? Or is it really the best effort that they had?
Because the director's cut made me like it more than the regular one.
Yeah.
But like just the cheesiness of everything.
But like even the continuity that you pointed out, Matt Hardy's sitting there playing the piano. You look at behind, or you look over his shoulder. He's playing music.
He's got the music.
He's got sheet music in front of him. Nothing else. Only sheet music. Then Jeff Hardy comes up behind him and he goes, "Oh, you want me to sign this contract?"
Right.
That was the music.
Yes. I'm like, what? How did that get there?
Yeah. And then, oh my God, it's so bad. Like the rolling out of the ring,
because
the table itself.
Well, okay, I watched Marty DeRosa and Colt Cabana. Well, Marty showing Colt Cabana that, and like his reaction and stuff. And when they got to that part when he rolled out, and he was like, "Why didn't they reshoot that?" So
that's why I'm like. Were they intentionally making it bad to get people to talk about it, or is that really?
To be honest with you, I don't think they expect it to be this big.
Yeah,
I think it's just they want some little cheesy thing, and it's gonna be all right. But I didn't think they thought it was gonna be this big, because it's a big talking point, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's so stupid," but it is cheesiness. But I love this shit. I think it's hilarious.
Like it's so. Middle school, let me grab my mom's video camera and we're gonna shoot some home movies type shit.
But where did that camera come from? Where did they shoot from when Jeff was riding on the other side of the pond?
Oh, that was probably a drone.
Oh, okay.
They probably used a drone and a GoPro or something. But like, just the dialogue.
Oh my gosh. Like, freaking hilarious.
This is how it ends, Jeff. I told you this is how it ends. Hang on. Let me maneuver you.
Just like just to go back, like whenever Rebby's leaving and stuff with the baby, and she's like, I can't deal with anything. Or no, he walks up and goes, "Is this a trap?" And he's like,
that's what I do whenever I go to someone's house. Is this a trap?
Why did you say hello? Like, I can't deal with this. I can't deal. I can't talk to him. Spud can't talk to him. No one can talk to him. I am done. He's so crazy and stuff. And he's like, "Okay, well, get out of here." And he goes, "Get out of here now!" And then walks in. He's playing piano. I don't wonder if he's really playing piano, because he's like playing like good, and at the end, like, and then like
it's just dramatically stuff
or something like that.
Oh, hello, brother Nero.
Brother Nero. And then what was it? It's like, I'm the one who got the money for everything. I'm the one who like paid for like the toys for your kids and stuff like that. And he just goes, "Everyone loves you. You're a risk taker and a daredevil." And like certain things he said, he was like in Spanish, or not Spanish, like a Spanish tone.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Like an accent.
Yeah, accent and stuff. I'm like, it's hilarious. It was kind of like the Godfather. No, that's the Spanish or Italian? I don't know.
That's Italian.
Come on
tone.
now. Shush.
Get your movies right.
I can't
this
get
is the Godfather we're talking about.
Whatever.
Don't mess that up. They're gonna come and kill us.
Who's gonna kill us?
They.
The
family.
Brother Nero?
No, not Brother Nero.
Like, I want to know where that came from, because I'm behind on certain things. Like, the things I saw, like, online was, like, Jeff Hardy was going to verse Willow.
I heard about that, too.
And it was someone else in the Willow mask, and he's fighting them. Then later on, another person in a Willow mask come in, and, like, he's fighting them. Then later on, another one. Like, there's different figure guys. And then later on, the third one came out was actually Matt. But, that's all the stuff I've seen. And then, like, there's certain things in that video they had to put out, like, what did the gardener say?
Everything okay, Mr. Hardy? Fine.
And then, like, because I thought Jeff was behind.
He was like, "Yeah, everything's good." And then continued into his normal bit.
Yeah, and, like, Matt was like, "Yeah, follow me." And like, Jeff's like, "Oh, okay." Right. But Jeff, like, I thought he was right behind him. It took him a long time to follow him.
Yes.
And then Matt's in that ring.
This is where it all began, and this is where it shall end.
Why don't you sign the damn contract? Why don't you sign it, moneymaker, big moneymaker, Matt?
Isn't this what you wanted? Isn't this what you wanted?
Matt.
Jeff.
He was like a dummy baby.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? No, I thought it was cheesy goodness. And like, when I saw him on the table, I'm like, are they going to really jump on that table?
Because now, okay, going in my head, this won't make sense to a lot of the listeners, but I know it'll make sense to you. Replace Matt Hardy whenever he's got Jeff getting ready to throw him through the table. Replace Matt Hardy with Noah. That kind of delivery. This is how it ends, Jeff. This is how it ends. This is what's happening.
It's not how it's supposed to work. It's not how it works.
Any of this works.
The creamy Abear is mine.
Yeah.
But no,
so bad.
Cheesy goodness. There's also a video I stumbled across, like, where EC3's doing it. And, like, he's in the lobby, and he has, like, a toilet paper on
He's
one
got
side.
Tyrus in it.
Yeah, Tyrus, Spud, and some other guy. I don't know who's with them. And it is a really super cheap.
JP
cheap. I made that up. Knockoff of that. But everyone's talking, even making fun of even people in the same damn company.
Yeah. Which is, like, again, it makes me wonder, like, was it really just that bad, or was it intentionally bad to get people talking about it? Because they certainly succeeded in the latter. Mm-hmm. Whether it was intentional.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've watched it about 7 times.
Yeah. It's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen.
Because I think it's hilarious. I keep on saying it randomly. Brother Nero!
Yeah. It's something.
Yeah.
So
it's over.
Yeah. So let's talk about NXT, shall we?
Talk about chicks, man.
Chicks, man. NXT TakeOver taking place this weekend, or not weekend, this week. NXT TakeOver The End, symbolizing the end of the feud of Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. So sad.
So sad.
We won't do our predictions, but we will talk about the matches, and we can say who we think will win, but it's not going to affect our official card. That's just for WWE pay-per-views, not NXT. So the first matchup, Ty Dillinger going up against Andrade Almas, formerly Sombra. So I don't know much about this guy.
I know I've only seen a little bit about El Sombra. If that's how you say
La
it.
Sombra.
La Sombra. That's it. Some people are like, are noobs.
Yeah.
I've only seen like one thing from him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know too much about him, but
I'm sure he'll win.
Yeah, that guy will win.
He's going up against the Perfect 10 in a world of 100s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how they rank it. Oh my God! Can you imagine if in 2K17 they put Ty Dillinger in there and his overall rating is 10? 10. It's funnier more than I think about it. Because you got like Sami Zayn, he's going to get like an 80 something. Kevin Owens, he'll probably be up there in upper 80s, lower 90s. And then you got Ty Dillinger, 10. Perfect 10. 10's across the board. 10 for speed, 10 for strength, 10 for cardio, all that. American Alpha versus the Revival for the NXT Tag Team Championship. I'm totally fine with American Alpha keeping it.
Yeah.
But if they do the brand split soon, I would much rather see American Alpha on the main roster and keep the Revival down. But who knows? Asuka versus Nia Jax, NXT Women's Championship. Think we'll see a new champion, or think Asuka's gonna?
I think Asuka's gonna keep it.
Because this is, I want to say that this is her first title defense. I'm probably very wrong, but
I think so.
But I want to say it is. Asuka will probably retain as well, unless she gets called. See, the brand split is making me wonder what they're going to be doing with all this talent. Like who really is going up? Because they have to fill the roster.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see.
Who knows?
Who knows? Not me. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Austin Aries. I'm sure that's going to be an excellent matchup.
Gosh. Hell yeah, dude.
Have people talking about it. Should be a lot of fun. Charisma galore.
I wonder what's going to be a better match. That match or Sami Zayn and Nakamura?
I'll probably say Sami Zayn. But we'll find out.
We'll see.
This week. Final matchup, Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor. Steel cage match for the NXT Championship. The end of the feud, no matter what happens. So it harps back to wrestling of years past where the steel cage was the blow-off. Like, this is the final match that you're going to see with these two guys.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed their feud. I enjoyed the interactions they've had with one another. I even like the fact that Finn lost the belt at a house show.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. Like, can you imagine if next week on Raw, Seth Rollins walks out and he's holding the WWE Championship?
Out of, like, all, like, throughout the years of house shows and stuff, that, like, the titles for anything that's changed is, like, a handful of times.
Yeah. I think the last time it happened was the Usos won it or lost it or something along those lines. I believe the Usos were involved.
It does not happen often.
It's very rare.
Very rare.
They'll do a lot of false finishes where they make the crowd think that someone won the title, but then they no, that didn't happen. No, he actually kicked out. No, his foot was on the rope. So yeah. So I'm really looking forward to NXT TakeOver. I know that they're going to do a phenomenal job as always. The card looks pretty stacked. So a lot of good wrestling going to be happening. But let's dive into hot topics. For those UFC fans that we have out there, you're going to see some cross-promoting. Well, not promoting, but it's happening. Brock Lesnar returning to UFC for a one-fight deal.
Oh, my gosh.
At UFC 200.
I already said this to you, but the crowd is totally going to be shitting on Brock.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, oh, this motherfucker is in wrestling now, and he's coming over here for one shot. And like,
he did it before.
I know he did it before, but he was part of UFC.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still... I mean, there's going to be people who still loved him from when he was over there, but he's still part of WWE. And I'm like, oh, this wrestler's coming over here now, and then he's leaving?
Welcome to the wrestling world. He shows up, has a fight, and then leaves. Good for him. He managed to pull that off in his contract.
Because I didn't think that was possible.
Like, how crazy is that? It's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar's still scheduled for SummerSlam, but they're saying depending on how his match goes, could be in jeopardy. So, like, if he ends up getting injured, seriously injured, broken arm or anything.
So who's the guy that he's first?
Oh, I forgot his name. Hunt. His last name is Hunt.
You know anything about him?
Know nothing about him.
Does your wife know anything about him?
I haven't asked her, and she does not care.
She doesn't
about
care about
Lesnar
this
one bit. So it makes it fun whenever he fights, and I get to tease her a little bit about it.
Oh, we're gonna all be there.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We're going somewhere and watching that fight. Hopefully, Wings to Go will watch it because I know Buffalo Wild Wings is going to be packed. Have you been in the new Buffalo Wild Wings?
In Beaumont?
No, or the redesigned Buffalo Wild Wings in Midtown.
In Port Arthur?
Yeah.
No, when they just redo it?
Yeah.
No, huh?
Yeah, they shut it down for a while and remodeled everything. They remodeled it to look like the one in Beaumont.
Oh, okay.
So really nice now. I like it.
Nice.
So yeah, Brock Lesnar returning to UFC, one fight deal. Good stuff. And speaking
it's
of
for
UFC,
the title.
Yeah, it's for the title. He's going to win. Then he's going to vacate the title. Speaking of UFC, CM Punk could be having his UFC debut finally. It's rumored at the moment UFC 202 in August. So
because there was a lot of rumors because he had surgery and it's like, oh, it's in jeopardy and stuff like that. Because there's so many people shitting on like he's never had a fight and they're bringing it to UFC. You got to understand why.
He's a draw.
He's a draw.
He's a money draw. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with his ability.
Yeah.
He's a name.
Yeah. Hell, he hasn't even fought and he's in the latest UFC game.
Yeah. He's created more buzz.
Yeah.
Than just about anyone. I know McGregor is causing all kinds of crazy stuff. But
about what?
Just his name.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a big name. So there you go. Next not feedback, hot topic news. For those of you who are still watching SmackDown before they go live, SmackDown is going to be featuring the Ambrose Asylum. You know, that segment that was canceled by Stephanie McMahon a number of weeks ago.
Oh, one thing we did.
Continuity.
We forgot about on Raw is Stephanie said she's going to be
she's wanting to take over SmackDown. She wants it all. Yeah. So yeah, Ambrose Asylum featuring Rollins and Reigns. So it's going to be
Shield reunion.
That's right. So we'll have to see how that all plays out. I probably won't tune in. If anything, I'll look on YouTube and watch the video of that. The WWE 2K17 roster, the first few members are going to be revealed at E3.
When is E3?
I don't know. Sometime.
I read something along the lines where
sometime soon.
Was it? Did I read about that? There's some guy that's going to paint like a roster. Is that
Yeah, he's gonna do sketches or paintings. It's the guy who's done all of them lately. Like
We're back in the season again, where we're on our seats waiting to know who the roster is.
Who's
for the
we?
game. I guess just me then.
There you go.
Oh,
Sorry.
you let me down.
What?
It's Doug and Doug. I will say Doug too.
Yeah,
not you.
but in the present company,
Whatever.
There's just two of us in here.
Whatever.
50% of this podcast today.
No.
Super hyped about the next video game. I don't know. I can't keep shilling out cash for a game that I only play a couple times a year.
I play it yearly. So.
Well, yeah. When was the last time you played it?
Today, actually.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you hear about E3, what they're doing for The Legend of Zelda, the new game? They have a 90-minute demo. So it's like, if you want to play it, you're going to have to wait for the guy in front of you who's like on minute 43. Like, it's nuts.
You know, there's rumors about with Bethesda for E3 that they're going to have for the current consoles remastered Skyrim.
Oh my God. I'll lose so much time and everything if that happens. I'll totally buy that.
Yep.
I haven't played Fallout 4 since like the week after I bought it.
Fallout 4 is good, but Skyrim was I feel like better than Fallout.
I'll agree with that.
I mean, well, they have newer things, newer like graphics and stuff you can do, but like
for me, I'm not the best at shooter games. Like, I'm somewhat mediocre when it comes to Halo, but for Fallout, I couldn't really get into it that much. But for Skyrim, when you have to deal with close combat, I'm all for it.
I loved so much where I can like conjure stuff. I love doing that. Like, I got my conjuring up to 100, and I had like conjure like 2 things, and I had like 2 followers.
Nice.
And I had a dog too, and I could summon a dragon. So I had a freaking army, man.
Yeah.
Like, come at me, bro.
One man army right there. In injury news, Elias Sampson suffered a fractured ankle at an NXT show.
Drifter?
Yeah, so maybe someone can write a song for him.
Yeah.
Singing
sad.
There you go. Singing the blues.
That's bad. You don't want to hear that. Even though if you're not a fan of someone, you don't want to hear that. You want people to make it.
Mm-hmm. And in final hot topic news, no Q&A this week, so this is going to wrap up the show, unfortunately. Muhammad Ali, world famous boxer, passed away this past week, as well as Kimbo Slice, who passed away on Monday. He was only 42.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
How old was Muhammad?
In his 70s, I believe. I think it's 72?
2016.
76?
A lot of people are
This
dying.
year sucks.
Yes.
I'm just going out and saying it.
Dead.
So many people gone, and it's so tragic to see. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad to see so many great people gone. And unfortunately, that's part of life. You know, the people that we grew up watching get older, and unfortunately, they pass away. It's just, my goodness, there's been so much in this year alone.
It's too bad they haven't found the fountain of youth.
No, that's probably for the best, though.
Botox.
No, we don't need Botox. So anyways, that's going to do it for us this week. Thank you all for listening. We certainly do appreciate it.
We'll try to have a guest.
Yeah, we'll have a guest host hopefully next week.
Not Noah.
What does he know? So if you have any questions for us, make sure to comment on our YouTube channel, WNS Video. Also our Facebook page, WNS Podcast. Check us out on WrestlingNewsSource.com, WrestlingNewsSource.com on Facebook. Subscribe to our show on iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast.
I'm Tyler.
Where else can we be found, sir?
At my house. See you later. We're on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, and Player.fm. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast to find us.
And you can also follow us on Twitter at WNS Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at WNS_Daniel. You can follow Tyler at Tyler_Abear.
You can follow Doug.
So give him a follow.
At Disney World.
Let him know. Yeah, if you happen to be walking around Disney World listening to the show, be on the lookout for Doug.
Yeah.
So that's going to do it for this week for the podcast crew. I am Daniel Heron.
I'm Tyler Abear.
And we will catch you all next week.